the glass. It rots by which process does it travel through air? Through air. Yes, convection. So we put this glass to prevent heat from escaping via air. Then this sponge that was put here is to prevent heat loss by radiation. You get the point? So when you put this thing in air, we assume light rays will come and hit the surface, and they will be reflected into our food substance that we are drying. If you have ever heard about what we call, do you know global warming? Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the word called the greenhouse effect? The real application of this. If we just understand it, because we know that greenhouse effect happens if light from the sun hits the earth, isn't it? But heat emitted by the earth is not able to escape from the ozone layer. Isn't the point? So now we make sure that we are able to absorb, but we stop heat getting lost. You get the point? So this one stops heat from getting lost. So we create actually a warming within it. So if you want to understand that concept, it should be in a way that here, this is the earth now. Let's assume the sun is the sun. Now here it is where we are making sure our ozone layer is much destroyed by this gas, such that we are able to receive, but it doesn't allow it to. Yeah, this one makes us receive and plan the seasons. I think you have seen it. Sometimes you could have 3 seasons a year. Now you receive 2 seasons, almost 1. So it is the real application of this. And when you use this, my friend, surely, I'm sure, we shall have protected food from dust and insects, so food contamination will be safe, and sometimes it can warm food. Is it clear? So, if I'm to ask,
some of you who fear to have a bath, the cold one, so you'll be able to use something like that.
If I'm to ask, who can give me 3 physics concepts that this project can easily explain by show of hands? 3 physics concepts. Yes, 1. Give me 1. Convection. Yeah, this one is talking about heat transfer by convection. Yes.
Transfer by
Radiation.
radiation.
Heat transfer by radiation. Yes. Some other concept of physics that you think? Yes.
How light travels from one medium to another.
How light travels from one medium to another. So, the
Light
point
travels.
Say something.
She
You
had
have a
some
burning answer, yes?
reflection.
Yes, reflection.
There are still more answers.
More answers. More answers. So who feels like, I think with the knowledge I have gained now, I can go and do a dryer, not from a box but a more modified one that I can take to market to sell. Do you think the knowledge you have can modify this into something marketable? Do you think so? Which improvement can you make on it?
Make it more strong, like using wood.
Using
You
wood.
said instead of using box we use wood.
Yeah.
It becomes more serious. Another one. Yes. Increasing the size. Because if we are to assume that, let's say you want to put a plate, can a plate enter here? So this one works like a model for now. So when you increase the size, you can achieve what you wanted to achieve. Is it clear? Thank you for your cooperation. I remain teacher Bonan Peter.
My name
Have
is
something to
Nani.
add?
So, like, since we are, like, we had told you before, like, this was just a brief of what we were supposed to, like, to be able to report. So, do all of us know this material? You can touch and feel it. What is it? For those guys who have tried to touch, what is it? Yes? So, okay, so let us try to use our, like, if I told you are given a chance to feel or even think, try to utilize the chance. So you don't have to look at what your friend, like the observation your friend has given you. You at least, if at all you're given a chance, try to observe using your own understanding. So for me, as I try to touch this, it's not a card. You get to see that. So this is just a mere box. So this is the sun dryer, but for us, since we identified the problem of food spoilage, we were able to go back to the rural areas whereby these people don't have money to be able to afford a lot of expensive stuff. So we got to realize that it's very convenient for someone to use the box. So this is the box, and then this is an aluminium foil, and then this is, what is this? So this is glass. So inside here we also have, what is this?
Someone should touch.
What is this?
Touch and feel the texture. What could be?
What could this be? So this is also an aluminium foil. So inside here, what are we seeing? This. So this is a polythene bag. So if you try to touch, excuse me. So what do you feel? You feel what? So excuse me, can you please come close? So what do you feel? So that is it. So it is a sponge. So inside this, like in between this aluminium foil, we were able to put a sponge. We are going to tell you the purpose. So in simple terms, that's how affordable it would be for anyone to make a what? A soda dryer. So like, let my colleague be able to tell you the importance of each and every material that you are able to use. At the end of it all, we are going, the same things we are asking you are the very same things we are going to, like, the same things we are telling you are the very same things we are going to be asking you. So that is it. So take heart.
Good afternoon once again. So, like, you looked at the materials that we used for this very project. If you're identifying these materials, you look at what we based on is, as she said, we looked at some things which might not be so expensive. They could be expensive, but they're not so expensive. That will cost us a lot. But at the end of it all, we shall bring out some good thing out of it. So, we put here, so maybe let me first talk about its working. If we want to maybe pick up our maybe fish or maybe the food stuff that we want to dry, maybe I can ask from you, how do you think it will work? From just the look of things, how do you feel like it will work?
Speak your mind.
Yes?
I think it will absorb, for example, if you prepare a fish, it will absorb the moisture that's in the fish and makes it dry if you put it under sunlight.
Great. Any other idea?
Put the fish inside. When you put it inside, the rays that are reflected from the coil are the ones that do the drying to the fish.
Any other idea? Absorbs it. Are we together? Then why are we using this foil? To reflect light rays. Why are we using this glass? Do we leave it open like this or we have to close it? So why do we close it? Why do we close it? Two? I'm hearing sweet answers. To prevent dust from entering.
Prevent contamination of what you're presenting.
Importances of this glass. So the reason why we had to use a glass, don't you think we should have used maybe plastic or something? What if we had used plastic? What would have happened? why is the glass the best? Or why did we choose to use the glass as the most appropriate, not any other plastic? It is transparent. Are we together? So we have to make sure we use a material that can allow. Are we into the box? Are we together?
Yes.
So we put it at an angle. We all know there is reflection from a different angle to what? The laws of reflection. We are well aware with it, right? The angle of incidence is equal to the angle. So this being a plane surface, we have to directly say that the sunlight that comes from up and falls on this surface is reflected into the leather.
So, if we take a look at this bound, okay, it was not a mistake. Usually they say that any mistake in art is a what? Mistake. But this time round it was not a mistake. For us to have this falls a bit down lower than the level of this boxes. You get to see that. So, what do you think? What do you think would be the reason why we were able to do something like this? Yes? Okay, let me just combine it all together. So inside here we had a sponge, and this time round even here we have the what? The box. So all together the sponge and the box, what would be their function inside our dryer? Okay, what is this? Okay, when we talk of heat conduction, which kind of a material is sponge? Okay, wait, okay, in simple terms, when we talk of heat conduction, if I talk of a metal, what is it? It's a what? It's a good conductor. So if I talk of a sponge and a box, what would it be?
Heat into the test. So that's what we had for you for today. Thank you for cooperation and the questions. Thank you very much.
Applause.
Heat into the test. So that's what we had for you for today. Thank you for cooperation and the questions. Thank you very much.
Applause.